Everyone, Mike from Just Watch back with more Basel talk. 2018 Baselworld is not disappointing if you are a fan of horology and some incredible movements. And today I picked out three watches that really just blew my hair back, or what's left of it. Blew my hair back as far as just some incredible achievements as far as watchmaking and the way that these movements are not only made but decorated, and the cases. And all three of these watches are limited edition watches, and just some incredible stuff going on here. So I just wanted to talk about this right away. So the first one we're going to talk about is from Omega. Omega has done this before. What they do is they release, on the anniversary of Apollo missions, they release special editions of their Speedmaster to keep that tie-in to the US space efforts. So this year is the 50th anniversary of the Apollo 8 mission. For those of you that aren't Apollo fans or that are too young, Apollo 8 was the first mission that went out and around the moon to the dark side of the moon, lost contact, all contact with Earth for a time being. So anytime you're on the dark side of the moon, of course, you lose that. So anybody that knows the seminal Pink Floyd album, Dark Side of the Moon too, that's where that comes from. Really, really cool watch what they did here. Omega, first thing that you'll pick up, people that know the Speedy will pick up, is that it's bigger than your typical Speedmaster. It's a 44.2 millimeter, where your typical Speedy is a 40 or a 41. Really cool watch. I love this watch. As far as what they did is they blacked it out. It's in a ceramic case with just hints of yellow, and of course your stark white markings going around within the dial and on the bezel for your timing and different parts like that. So anything that you need to read is in white with that little bit of yellow accent that's also picked up on the strap, both underside the strap and on the strap stitching. So let's talk about some of the technical features on this one too. That's really cool. As we said, it's a 44.25 millimeter diameter, a 13.8 millimeter height, a full black ceramic case, brushed and polished sapphire crystal on both sides, so you can really see through the case back. You can see this gorgeous movement with 50-meter water resistant. The movement itself is a caliber 1869. It is a hand wound only, so you'll see, first thing you'll notice, that there's no rotor on this watch. It is hand wind only, so be aware of that. 19 joule, vibrates along at 21,600 vibrations per hour. Has a 48-hour power reserve, and it reads hours, minutes, small seconds, chronograph. And the coolest thing about this is it has laser ablated and blackened bridges and main plate, which represent the moon surface, the lunar surface. So when you look at this watch down through the dial, it actually resembles somewhat the texture of the moon. So just some really cool decorations going on here, some really cool horology going on with this watch. As we said, the strap is black leather, yellow stitching, micro perforations with a yellow interior rubber, 21 millimeter lug width, 18 millimeter at the buckle with a ceramic buckle. The price on this one is going to go for 9,000 Swiss francs, which is, you're looking at 9,200 US, 9,500 US, somewhere in there. So quite a bit more than your typical Speedmaster. But you're getting, collector's edition, commemorating a really cool time in mankind's history. And what my favorite part about this watch is that it's on the case back. It has Apollo 8 December 1968, and it has what Jim Lovell, the command module pilot, said back to Houston just before they went to the dark side of the moon. It says it's engraved with, "We'll see you on the other side." So really cool stuff there. Really like this watch. It's something I can't wait to get my hands on and check out in person. Really nice stuff. The next one we're going to talk about is from Patek Philippe. This is the caliber 5270. Incredible chronograph perpetual calendar. This is a new release. I guess the Patek Philippe 5270 fans have been waiting for 7 years for this one. It's in a platinum case. Incredible, beautiful complication. It's also a hand wind only. But when you see these overlays and you see this movement on this watch, it's incredible. Some incredible horology going on here. It's first blush, the dial looks like it would be salmon color, but it's actually, Patek calls it golden opaline with black and gold applied numerals. The case is full platinum. It's 41 millimeter diameter with a 12.4 millimeter height and water resistant to 30 meters. It also, one of the cool things too, is it has an interchangeable case back. So you can either do a full back or you can do a sapphire crystal case back depending on what you want to do. So really cool thing there. The strap is an alligator hand-stitched chocolate brown, also with a platinum clasp, a platinum fold-over clasp, of course. So really nice, beautiful strap, which is what you would expect with a piece of this nature. The movement is a caliber CH29-535 PSQ. As we said, it is manual wind only. Chronograph, it has a central chronograph hand, instantaneous 30-minute counter, perpetual calendar, day, month, leap year, and day-night indication and aperture. So just an amazing movement in an amazing dial. You really have to see this dial to appreciate it. It has date by hand, also tells you moon phases, which is my favorite part. I love the moon phase, watching the stars and the moon go by at the bottom, and that is down at the 6 o'clock. Small seconds, tachometer, 32 millimeter movement, by 7 millimeter tall, and get this, 456 individual parts in that tiny little movement. So that 32 millimeter diameter contains 456 parts. And then an incredible power reserve for a watch of this nature too. With the chronograph disengaged, a minimum 55 to a max 65 hours, depending on where you're at on the power scale. So incredible piece of watchmaking from Patek, and I'm assuming that the demand is going to be very high for this piece. They've never, or they haven't stated what the price is, but I think it's one of those, if you have to ask, you can't afford it type of deals. But I'm guessing it's going to be the $30,000 to $40,000 range. If anybody knows that price and wants to correct me, please do mention it down in the comments below. So incredible piece. The last piece is the most modernistic and most incredible piece, I think, of all three. And this is the, I think it's, excuse me if I annihilate the pronunciation here, I believe is Jacques Dros. It's the Grande Second Skelet-one. And this watch looks like it was almost designed by an alien as far as the movement goes. It's a very classical looking case. And strap and deployment and everything as far as that goes. But the actual movement is incredible. It's very modern, but classic at the same time. It features both Roman and Arabic numerals in the subdial at the 12 o'clock that reads the hours, and then there's an incredible second hand at the 12. And as you can see, the skeletonized supports for the movement is just incredible. This is a commemorative piece from this brand. It's released in the light of the 280th anniversary celebration of their first pocket watch, I believe it was. Yeah, it's an architectural take on the brand's signature model, and this is for the first time in history that this watch has been released as a skeletonized piece, according to what I'm reading here. The openwork movement offers an unobstructed view of its striking architecture. Just incredible complication, and also you can see, you can just see everything, the jewels and the tiny little gears, and from both sides of the watch too. I'll give you some specs on this one too. So it's a 41 millimeter case, not super deep. It's 12.3 millimeter. It is a gold case, 41.5 by 12.48 in a ceramic. So it's actually available in two case materials, either gold or ceramic. For whatever reason, the ceramic is just a little bit bigger. My guess is that they couldn't get the walls of the ceramic as thin as they can with the gold, so that necessitated making the larger diameter. The movement is the caliber JD2663SQ. It is another mechanical only. Oh no, I'm sorry, mechanical with automatic winding. 68-hour power reserve, so incredible power reserve. It does vibrate higher than the other two as well. It's 28,800 vibrations, 30 joule off-centered hours and minutes, and large off-centered seconds. The strap that comes on this is black alligator, on a pin buckle for the gold version, and a fabric strap with folding buckle for the ceramic version. So really, really cool. Your reference numbers on these, actually 3 versions available. Stand corrected again. It's going to come in a red gold, a white gold, and a ceramic. Your J0035232240 is your red gold. The 240 looks like J0035242240. That's the same number. So I don't know why they're using the same numbers for all 3. I think maybe this is a typo here. Price on this one is going to come in gold at 34,600 Swiss francs. So 38,000 somewhere in there if my math is correct, US. With a ceramic, just under 25,000 Swiss francs. So 27,000 somewhere in there. US dollars, if I'm doing my conversions correctly. I think Swiss franc to US dollars is pretty close. It's just a little bit more, something like that. But incredible looking watch. They say this is only a 41. I'm going to show you a wrist shot here on this, but it looks bigger than a 41 to me. It looks more like a 44, unless this person that's wearing it has just a very small wrist, which I suppose is possible. So anyways, that's it. 3 incredible complications, 3 just fantastic examples of horological achievement coming out of Baselworld 2018. Really glad to see these pieces. I love seeing people push limits with manufacturing and watchmaking. And even though these are limited edition, it's just really cool to know that these are out there and that somebody is going to enjoy these. And hopefully this channel will be able to get our hands on one of these at some point to give you guys a more in-depth look. Anyways, everyone, thank you as always for tuning in. If you enjoy this comment, please, or if you enjoy this content, please do give us a thumbs up and also hit that subscribe button if this is your first time following along and you haven't seen our channel before. Thank you for watching, and please do hit that subscribe button. And as always, please hit down below with the comments. Let us know what you think and any corrections, any mistakes I made on that type of stuff. I would definitely appreciate that as well. Everyone, thank you again for tuning in, and we will catch you next time.